Hello, 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 we're live. Hello, guys. Good morning and welcome. It's quite early here. It's like nearly 6 a.m. in the morning. And this is something I wanted to do for a long, long time. So you just have to bear with me a wee minute. We're down with Typhoon H. We're down at a place called Hazelbank in Newton Abbey. It's right on the coast. It's on the edge of the northern shore of Belfast Lough. Basically, I've got the Typhoon H today because it has followed me. I wanted to do this for a long time. The coast has been eroding and a lot of it fell apart. Now they have fixed it along the edge of the coastal path. It has been repaired, but I wanted to come along here on the hoverboard the whole way along the path with the Typhoon H following just out enough to get a good shot of the path, and we'll go the whole way along the path. And while we're going along the path and the Typhoon H is following us, I'll have the ST16 around me. And while we're doing that, we're going to have a wee bit of chat with these just while that's happening. So bear with me a wee second. We're going to get the Typhoon H out, going to get it powered up, and we're going to get it calibrated and ready to get in the air. So just bear with me for a wee minute. So hopefully that's all bitten up there. Hopefully you can see me. I can't see the screen here. Yes, I can see the screen now. So Typhoon H is bitten up there. I'm using my phone here, obviously front facing camera. It's not going to be the best camera in the world. So sorry about the quality, but sure, it's only for a bit of fun, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? For a wee bit of crack. So we're still waiting for this to boot up. And the sun's out today, it's beautiful. Right, well it's beautiful. Like I say, you've seen that lovely jubbly. Right, just give me a wee minute. Gonna get the Typhoon H calibrated here now. So just bear with me for another wee minute. Success. Great, successful calibration there. Anyway, this Typhoon H has been given a wee bit of bother lately. It's been away to YUNEEC UK and back to me. Wouldn't get GPS lock, but it does seem to be working fine now. So fingers crossed it behaves itself while we test this out. Now obviously one of the things we can't do is go live from the Typhoon H. That would be awesome if we could go live from the Typhoon H, but it's just not possible. Right guys, we're nearly ready to go here. Nearly ready to rock and roll. Just bear with me a minute. Now just bear with me a minute. Like I said guys, look, we're on the hoverboard. I haven't been on this hoverboard in a long time, so it might be a bit tricky, so I pause for a minute. It's probably most likely because I can't control what I'm doing. The Typhoon H in theory should literally just follow us. It's over there waiting for takeoff. Got the ST16 around my neck. We're going to take off, fly out over the water, not too far, but fly out over the water a bit, and then we're going to take a wee walk the whole way down the path, about a mile and a half down the path here. And while the Typhoon H is following us, we'll have a bit of a chat. Might need to stop to change battery. I don't know what the battery life is going to be like. This Typhoon H hasn't really flown in a while, and I haven't used many of the YUNEEC batteries in a long time. I've been flying different machines lately. Hopefully this will be a wee bit different. I want to talk to you today about the Typhoon H520 or the H520, and I'm going to try and keep my cussing to a minimum and have a decent wee chat. So it might take a while, might be about 20 minutes or so, but just bear with me. Right, we're going to set this phone down and we're going to take off. Hang on. Right guys, there we go. Typhoon H is up and out. We've got runners coming and all this morning. It's up over there flying. Morning. But it's very early. Because that's why I come down to beat the flipping dog walkers. Down here to beat the flipping dog walkers. So the Typhoon H is out. Up over there already. We're only about 29 metres away from ourselves. And we've got a few more walkers coming now, but we're well away. Distance is good. There's nobody about here. It's only one or two people, so I can keep them under my control. It's early morning. Don't be worrying. Nobody about, no congested areas. This is a hobby flight. And right, I'm going to see if this works. We're going to flick into smart mode. There, we're in smart mode. And as I start to move along the coast, sorry about all this wobbling here guys, flip's sake, I thought this wee hoverboard was going to be easier. Right, so here we go, we're going to start moving and hopefully the H should follow us, I hope. There we go, it is, it's working. You can't see yet. It's a beautiful calm day here today too, down at the sea. We're just travelling along here about 10 kilometres an hour. I walked the whole way down this morning We're travelling along here now at 10 kilometers an hour. It's quite bumpy here actually. And the typhoon H is literally just following across the coast. I think it might follow me. I might have to stop maybe. No, well, it's coming alright. It's coming well actually. I'm really pleased with that. It's working very well. It's getting the shot that I thought it would, but maybe I'm just a wee bit too far out. Look at the ST16. It's following great. Maybe later whenever I get home I'll edit a wee bit of this footage so that you see it. So well, give us a wee second guys, give us a wee second. You're not going to believe what I done. I took away off there without even hitting record, so I'm going to have to stop and fly back up an angle. So give us a wee second, I'm going to fly up an angle here, then we're going to start this again. Hang on. Can't believe I forgot to press record. Right there, we had to do that again, so I had to fly up there by hand manually, press record, and then fly back again. Right, let's get back to it again. This hoverboard, this is hard to control, this wee thing actually. It's quite rough down here today. Right, try this one more time. Let's see. Need to keep an eye on the battery voltage here too with this flipping thing. Right, smart mode, follow me. Follow me. I'm just wanting to keep an eye on this just to make sure. I don't want to... I've been live for 13 minutes already. Right, well hopefully you can hear me alright guys. So, Typhoon H seems to be doing its thing, just need to keep an eye on it. And there's a couple of things I wanted to talk about anyway. Today's a beautiful morning, as you can see. And I wanted to do this for a long time, get a shot of the coast. This path here, because it is corroding, it's undergoing repairs at the minute. And a lot of it fell into the sea not that long ago, and just maybe only 3 weeks ago this whole entire path was shut off to the public. Whoa! Hit a big mound of sand there and came off the wee bit or the hoverboard. So the whole entire coast was closed. Alright. Alright. So the whole entire coastal path was closed there just a few weeks back. It has been reopened. Whoa. This wee thing's a wee bit hard to control at times, you know what? But recording this path was something I wanted to do for a long, long time. It'd be quicker walking, you know, than this stupid flipping thing. And then, there's a couple of things that was really been bugging me lately too. There's been this Typhoon H520, the whole flipping saga with that. You know, the H520 now, I know there's a couple of guys have them and they seem to be happy enough with them, which is fair enough. But there's plenty of guys who also have them and they're not happy with them. Like me, for one, and at least another 7 people that I know of are not happy with it. The Germans flipping love the thing. So they do. The Germans absolutely love it. They can see no wrong. You couldn't do no wrong with it. But a few of us hate the thing. It's not like the Typhoon H at all. And if YUNEEC can't get the new H Plus, if YUNEEC can't manage to get the new Typhoon H Plus working the same way as the Typhoon H currently does, they're not going to get customers. There's no way. Just trying to bring this back over. It seems to be running the way in front of me, yeah. Works very well, that, but so it does. Battery's down to 14.9, so I need to keep an eye on this. If they don't get the Typhoon H Plus working the same as the Typhoon H, they're never going to sell it. It'll not sell. It just won't sell. The H520 is a joke. It runs on a PX4 stack flight controller, and whenever we first bought the thing, don't get me wrong, we were under no illusion that it was a beta unit. We were under no illusion that it had flaws, and we were under no illusion that we were going to be waiting for firmware to fix the thing. You know, but we were all full of hope and promise, and we were told it was going to be a great cinematic machine. It was going to be all rounder. It could do decent video, it could do this, but it could also do surveys. It was going to be capable of carrying out missions and surveys, and it was going to be able to do waypoints and such, because it was all programmable via a program called Data Pilot, which is basically the same as a software called Q Ground Control. A bit like Pixhawk, but it's not really. It's like RGCopter, but it's not really. Mission planner sort of thing. It's a bit like that, very similar sort of, but it's more basic. And the problem with PX4 is, the problem with the flight controller in the Typhoon H, which I didn't know at the time, the H520, the problem with it is it's not capable of doing splines, which means, in other words, layman's terms, it's not capable of flying in a circle. It can only fly straight lines and turns. It can't fly a smooth circle. It can't follow a curve. And that is one of its, at the minute, that is one of its biggest downfalls. Now, we've had a lot of problems with the E90 camera from distortion issues, which they said they would be on top of. The white balance issues, formatting SD card issues. I remember way back at the start, the thing was so dangerous, the 520 was so dangerous. Whenever it hit it, the battery level monitor was terrible on it. You weren't even getting 10 minutes flight time with it. And then part of the problem, what was happening was, if say you give it a wee bit of a boost, you pushed it along a bit, fast as it could go was 30 miles an hour. But if you give it a bit of power, a bit of throttle, the next thing was that it was going into, it was draining the battery out hard quickly. It was triggering a low voltage alarm, and whenever it was triggering a low voltage alarm, it would go into automatic self-land, and it was self-landing no matter where it was. So you would get the odd, even a gust of wind, say it was sitting hovering and a big gust of wind came and it had to fight to maintain position, it was triggering the alarm on the battery because it was taking so much load, and it was triggering it to self-land, and it was landing in the middle of places. I heard stories about them going into power lines and some going into trees. Luckily mine never had that problem. I never got it into a tree, but it had that issue, and that was the first couple of things that it did rectify with the H520. They had to, because it was a safety issue. So that was the first. So they got that fixed and got that out of the way, and now they have took away all safety. They don't have any of that no more. So the battery alarm comes off and lets you know, but there is no alarm, there is no actions. It doesn't self-land, it doesn't return to home, it doesn't do anything like that until it's at the very, very, very critical point. But it's up to you, the operator, to look after it and make sure it's working. Right guys, give us a wee second. My battery here now is down to 14.6 volts on the Typhoon H already, yeah I know. So we're down there to 14.6, give us a wee second. I'm going to bring this back in and land it here. These batteries, guys, these batteries off the H have been sitting in my shed for ages, for I don't know how long. And I give them a charge the other day. I reckon they're going to take a few cycles. These batteries are probably going to take a good few cycles before they're back in any shape or form. The Typhoon H does not get much use these days. Okay, guys, ready to rock and roll again. By the way, I'm just running the camera here in all total automatic, so yeah, I'm not, no ND filters or none of that rubbish on. It's just running fully just auto mode, hit record and let it go. The main reason being I'm wanting to try and capture as much data as possible, this coastal path here. I don't want it being too dull and don't want it being too bright. Just let the auto features work and let it sort itself out the whole way along. It's not for anything particular fancy. It's just I want this recorded. All these big bricks and all fell into the water up here. So we'll try this again and finish off where we left off. I'd be far faster walking than trying to go on this stupid thing, you know what? I think it was a bad idea on the flipping, on the hoverboard. Right, smart mode, follow me. Come. Typhoon H, come. Right, so where were we? Yes, we were talking about the H520. Yes, so it can't fly circles, and that's its biggest flaw. So, and then it's we were talking about the E90. The E90 as well was full of distortion. Wouldn't reset the format the SD card in it. White balance was a mess. The colours was a mess, and I've been working frantically to try and fix it, and it's been nothing but terrible. It's supposed to be 1-inch sensor with a wide angle lens equivalent to 23mm, and it shouldn't have the distortion it has. It shouldn't. People are saying that it's normal. Yes, I know it's barrel lens distortion. I know it's all that stuff, I know, but how come the H520 is the only machine that has it these days? How come the DJI Phantom doesn't it? Well, some fella, Douglas Spotted was on the pages saying if they've corrected it's going to cause a magenta cast, and it was going to cause chromatic abrasion in the corners and on the edges and fringing. Do you know what I mean? We don't care. We want the straight edges. We want it working. A very good friend of mine actually, well, he's actually more a friend of Gerald's. If he's on the pages here on Facebook, a friend of mine, Gerald, his friend Dave, who I know as well, he's a quantity surveyor. He flies drones day in, day out, flies fixed wing with his own cameras and all on them, and he does survey work, inspection work, and he does all that stuff, and that's his bread and butter. He was doing it since the day and hour before we even had drones. He was doing surveying, and he has been telling me that the E90 is rubbish. No matter what anybody says, the E90 is rubbish. He's been trying stitching software like Agisoft and Pix4D, And he says there's not enough details in the shadows. He says there just isn't enough details in the shadows. It's not working, and until YUNEEC sorted it out, he says it's just no good. That's what he told me. Do you know what I mean? So while I'm not an expert on mapping and surveying, an expert on mapping and surveying told me that it's rubbish. So take from that what you will. It's only hearsay me telling you because he hasn't told you himself, but I'm telling you exactly what he said, and he will vouch for it himself, and he has done on some of the pages. He's a very quiet man, but he's there, and he knows all about the problems with it, and he's sick of it too, like myself and a few others. The biggest issue for me with the 520 is the camera. That's my biggest issue with it, and the fact that we don't have any control over the gains or rates of the channels, the throttle channel or the yaw, and the rudder, whatever you want to call it, and your pitch and roll. We've no control over the rates, and we've no expo on it, so you can't even try to fly a smooth circle yourself manually because it just won't do it. It's a mess. You try to fly a smooth circle, it's all over the place, and that's partly because the Pix 4D flight controller stack isn't capable of flying circles, and you try to tell it to do a smooth turn and it just finds it really hard, you know. So yeah, the 520 from day dot until even today, still it's not working. They've been promising curved cable cam for the H Plus. Well, if the H520 hasn't got it, how is the H Plus going to have it? They're frantically, YUNEEC seems to me, they're frantically trying to get this flight controller to work the way they want, and it just isn't behaving itself. And it's taking an awful lot of work, and it's not getting anywhere fast. We've been almost since last year, since last September time. This is now summer. It's May, June, July, August, September. So another 4 or 5 months or so, it'll be a year old. And it's been out of the box about 10 times, mostly for software updates. And it's never brought nothing to it. Do you know what I mean? It literally hasn't brought nothing to it. So the H520, in my opinion, is just, at the minute, it's still a pile of rubbish. It's not capable of carrying out a half-decent mapping mission or survey. And there is nobody on the pages, not one of them, except for the German pages. Nobody has told me it's good, and nobody has provided me with any evidence to show me that it's probably one of the best platforms out there for doing it. Nobody has, nobody. So I'm not going to go off on one and get cheeky and said today, I promised today I'm not going to curse, and I haven't cursed so far. So the H520 at the minute, we've been told that there's going to be no curved cable cam for it, which I don't mind. I don't need curved cable cam, I don't use it. But the one thing that the H520 needs and the Typhoon H Plus needs is to be capable of flying a circle and have point of interest mode. It has to be able to fly a circle. They need to make it fly a circle around an object. They're missing the trick if they can't get it to do that, and they're falling light years behind any other competitor in the market. Like, you think about it, tell me what drone doesn't fly in a circle no more? You tell me what drone. In fact, I can tell you the H520 is the only one that cannot fly a circle. All the rest of them can fly circles, you know. So that's the biggest thing for me. And team mode was another one where we're really heavy. I was heavily relying on having team mode for the sort of work I've been planning to do this year. It was supposed to be an all-round machine that was supposed to have team mode, and it was supposed to be capable of so much more than it currently is. You know that, which is annoying. You know, it really is annoying. It should be capable of far more than what it is for the machine that it is. The camera should be so much better, and I'm just disappointed in it. And it breaks my heart to say I'm disappointed in it, because I really rooted for YUNEEC at the start. The whole thing with the Typhoon H, and at one stage at 3 of them, and I was on trying to get lenses fixed, and I was on YouTube doing lots of stuff about the H and stuff, and it was all great and everybody loved it at the time. And then the whole thing changed. It did change when the Phantom 4 Pro came out with the 1-inch sensor. That just really, everybody was in shock, and then that was the next big thing, and everybody had to have a 1-inch sensor. And right enough, the camera, the CG03 on the Typhoon H isn't a great camera. It's not, it really isn't. And my work this past year has been I've been getting better paid for better paid work, if you know what I mean, or better work. And my quality has had to be improving, especially with photographs. Video wasn't so noticeable, some video, because I was only doing wee jobs here and there. But just ended up that they got to the stage where the Typhoon H wouldn't cut the mustard with me, and I needed something else. So, and then the 520 was coming out, so I got the 520 thinking this is going to be happy days. It's going to be the be all and end all, all my trouble. It's going to have some half decent that's capable of doing mapping and survey, but it's also going to be capable of doing broadcast quality work for TV work at least, and good high definition, well, ultra high 4K, 60 frames a second at 100 megabit bit rate, you know, so loads of data and stuff. And it hasn't worked out like that. It really hasn't. The camera's been a total mess. The distortion, they're never going to sort the distortion properly unless they can manage to redesign the lens for it with less distortion and fit it with a new lens. That's the only way the E90 or stroke C20 camera for the H520 and H Plus is ever going to work right. They have to, there's no other way to do it. They need to redesign it and change the lens in it, otherwise it's never going to be a great machine, it's never going to compete. And no harm to them, they've came to the market just a wee bit late. You can see DJI stalling at the minute. DJI are actually stalling themselves. There was rumours of a Mavic 2 Pro, or a Mavic Pro 2 or whatever way you want to call it, and a DJI Phantom 5. I'll tell her to be bringing out the Evo, which hasn't been released, and funnily enough DJI and I just have not released the Mavic 2. They haven't brought it out. Meantime, YUNEEC are trying to sort out the H520 and the Typhoon, the H520 and the H Plus E90 C23, and DJI have just brought out another Phantom 4. They've changed it to OcuSync instead of Lightbridge, and they've slapped on a new set of props and fixed the ESCs a wee bit to make it sound quieter, and they're putting it out as a Pro 4 V2, and that's just a delay tactic because they know whenever YUNEEC come to whatever they're going to come to with the H Plus or the H520 with camera ways, they're just going to bring out the Phantom 5. The Phantom 5 is going to come out with the interchangeable lenses and the 20 megapixel camera and blah blah blah, and they're just going to hammer it. And I've been rooting for YUNEEC. I really wanted to see them do well. I was hoping they were going to come out with something that was at least going to be good competition for DJI. I was really rooting for them, and it hasn't happened. So sorry about that. Right guys, so that was my talk of me out live, coming along the edge of the coastal path here. I think I've got most of what I wanted to do. I've talked about the H520 and why so far it's been annoying the crap out of me. There's been a few issues why, probably some more that I haven't actually remembered to talk about. We're coming down now to a wee bit more of a congested area, as you can see. Here, we're at the end of the path, we're down in White Abbey. Sorry, I'll keep this here. We're down in White Abbey, but we're into the path, and that's the end of the flight. We're down to 14.5 volts, so the batteries haven't been holding out great, really, to be honest with you. But that's my problem, guys. Listen, I'm going to turn this off now off YouTube Live. I hope you enjoyed that wee morning of me talking crap the whole way down the coast there and being with me for a minute. It was great having you with me anyway. Any of you watching, I can't see, the sun's blinding me and I can't see the screen, so hopefully I'm still live. Shut up! Right, I need to get this thing landed here. Where are we? I need to get this thing landed here and change the battery and go for a wee fun flight and enjoy myself. Right guys, all the best. Take care. See you again. That's a beautiful morning. It really is a beautiful morning. Right, sorry for going off on one there guys with these. I'll get these later. Talk to you again. Bye bye for now. See if I can end this live. Cheerio.